Let's go. Hallelujah. All right. Hallelujah. Amen. You don't want me to let it. Hallelujah. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Welcome, my people. Hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hey, you're welcome, my people. Welcome, 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 everyone. You're welcome back. You can see I'm so excited today. I'm excited. I'm always excited to come on my channel and to talk to my people, my family, my friends, my sisters, and my brothers. I'm happy to be here again today. I still remain loyal. My humble self, I don't care. You can also call me Chayil, and I'm the host of Chayil's Moments. You're welcome to my channel. And peradventure you're just coming in very first time, please quickly put that thumb on the notification bell, pam. Just click it there, and so that you'll be notified once I release my new video. Then of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel, ensure that you like, you share, you pass comments, and you actually reach out to me if there's any area that you want me to talk about and you want us to look into and all that. I hope you have been enjoying my video. I'm sure you have been enjoying it. Their shirts, they're wonderful. They're just we're precise, and I know it's something that we need in this generation. And I know that as you are doing it, the Lord will bless you mightily in the name of Jesus. So you're welcome once again. God bless you. Well, it's another time now. I want just to talk briefly also about how to rekindle your marriage, rekindle your passion in marriage. That is the title. Rekindle your passion in marriage. Rekindle your passion in marriage. You know, and I know marriage is beautiful. Marriage is lovely. God plants marriage in so many places. He made man and woman and he brings them together. Say a man will leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife. So marriage is beautiful, it's sweet, and of course, no matter what challenges marriage brings to us, there's a way we can actually overcome, and there's things we can do because we made a vow. And when somebody made a vow, you stay by the vow. You know, except and if otherwise, you know, your life is threatened and you're about to die in that marriage. Of course, I'm not a preacher of that. I will tell you, pack your things and step aside for a while people start, you know, meditating and talk to your spouse about it. But how do we rekindle our passion in marriage? When you say rekindle, in other words, something is dead. You know, the love is dead. There's no longer passion in that marriage. No longer interest in that marriage, and things are not just working the way it used to be, especially when your partner becomes critical, aggressive, and oftentimes, you know, defensive and distant. You know that of course something is going wrong. When you no longer communicate with your spouse, when you're no longer interested in what happens to your spouse, when communication is dead, when trust is out, when aggressiveness starts in defensiveness is, you know, comes in, then you know there's no longer passion in that marriage. And so many things would have been the reason why, you know, passion is dead and you're no longer interested, you know, in that marriage, or maybe it's dead, and so you want to rekindle it. The fire in marriage is dead. The fire in that marriage is dead. It's like you're no longer interested. The fire is not blowing as before. You are not excited about that marriage. You are not happy about that marriage. You are not happy being with your partner, you know, any longer. There's nothing that interests you to be together. You don't have anything in common to share together. You don't discuss anything together because passion has faded away. Whew. But I know that from these things we can do, of course, there's nothing, even when he's dead. Even Jesus died, he rose again, he resurrected. That power is still available. And so we can actually revive, you know, the passion back. We can actually revive that love. We can actually revive or that love, you can fan it to flame again. When you can fan it to flame, so that at least love can come back to the marriage. So you can work, or improve on it, and so things can begin to work again. Now, I want to say something, that when you focus on meeting and communicating with your partner, and you feel like, okay, when I talk to my partner, he's not responding well. I want us to look inward to say, okay, what exactly are we saying? You need to start communicating with your partner in a way that is very, respectful, very romantic, very nice. One of the things that makes, marriage to love to die in a marriage, I've said it when I was talking about communication, is communication. It drains, it kills marriage, because once you don't talk again, and like I said, it's not because we don't talk, but the communication is not effective any longer. Because at times you can just nod your head, you're saying something, you can do a lot of verbal and non-verbal cues or response to a particular thing. You're still saying something. But when I'm talking about effective communication, you need to effectively communicate what you want. And so you have to put some things, to play, and to make sure that you rekindle the love back in marriage. And the one thing that I know, that of course before the love dies emotionally, one or the two persons, emotions, is dead. Is that emotionally you're not just attracted to your partner anymore. Emotionally you're not just there any longer. Your emotion is dead, and you just feel like, oh, you know what else? I mean, I don't feel anything for him, I don't feel anything for her anymore. The love is no longer there. But you can still wake up that love. Let me use that word. You can still actually fan that love to flame, and it can come back. It can actually, the love can come back. That passion can come back. You can return back to the first love. When you remember when you first met, when you remember what he tells you or she tells you, when you remember what the things you have done together, of course, the love can come together. It takes determination, it takes effort, and it takes a little push and little time, that you also put into, that relationship, that can actually bring the passion and the love back. And so I'll just be looking at a few things that we can actually, do to rekindle the passion in marriage. The first thing I want to talk about is focus on meeting your partner's need and communicating your own needs in a loving and respectful way. Try and meet your partner's need. Communicate your partner's and meet your own needs also. When you communicate it in a loving and respectful way. It's very important. Because most of the time, it's an accumulation of, anger, accumulation of, offenses, accumulation of, he has done this, he has done that, she has done that, that brings us together. Oh, she's talked to me this with a manner. I mean, she's very disrespectful, she's very arrogant, or he's very proud. He doesn't treat me well, doesn't treat me nicely. He has not been seen me as a wife, he doesn't recognize me as a husband. It's a combination, of all these things that comes together that actually kills or drains love in marriage. So the first thing you want to do is, of course, try as much as possible to communicate your needs and communicate to your husband in a loving, or to your wife in a loving and respectful way. One thing that I know that men will not take is, no man will want the wife, to be disrespectful. And that's the truth. You can actually not do anything, even if you're the one putting hair in the nostrils of the husband. No man, the ego inside the man, the pride, will not allow nobody. No man will want to take that, even if the man is a fool. The time will come when the man will actually repel that and tells you no. So communicate in a respectful, loving, and respectful way. It's very important. We need to know how to talk to ourselves. We need to know how to relate with ourselves. We need to know how to give honor to ourselves. And that, of course, we will bring back, soft words, brings, something out, soft words, loving words, and all that. And you communicate this respectfully to your spouse, love will come back, and you can actually rekindle it. Number 2, rekindle your sexual chemistry. Rekindle your sexual chemistry. If there's anything like that, I'm not saying sexual biology, sexual chemistry. Rekindle it, because most of its time is key. And a lot of couples don't like to talk about this sexual aspect of their life. But it's very important, it's very key. Sex is also part of our sexuality, and it's very important also in marriage. And so you have to rekindle your sexual chemistry. Hugs, kisses, neck, you peck, you smush, you hug each other, you hold hands, you smile at each other, you hug yourself, you love yourself, you kiss yourself, etc. You are rekindling it. Because most of the time you can't just say, because he has offended me, he's offended. You cannot use that as a weapon against your wife and against your husband. Don't do that. And it's possible that even maybe because you're not being good in bed or you're not putting in the best. That's why communication is very important. If you don't enjoy sex in marriage, it's something you need to talk about. I'm going to talk about sex in marriage. I'm still coming there. But now I'm just trying to lay some good background and all that. But I'm still coming there. I want to have enough, to share with us so that at least we'll have something concrete to go with. And so please rekindle your sexual chemistry. It's very important. You have to do that, because most of the time you realize that as long, as we're married and we're still together, and you have to make it work. And I realize that a lot of couples, they have stayed too long in marriage that they feel too familiar and they're too lax. They just feel, because now I'm not 20-something years in marriage, I'm 30 years in marriage, I'm 35, so my husband is, there's no way, he's not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere. No, we can rekindle our marital vow. We can rekindle our marriage. We can rekindle our sexual chemistry. In other words, your husband is your husband, your wife is your wife. And like I said, I always say, every man, there's a boy in every man that wants to manifest, and there's every girl in every woman that wants to manifest. So once you rekindle that sexual chemistry, there's something stopping you from holding your hands, still kiss. If you don't know how to kiss, you go and learn how to kiss. Some men, some women don't know how to kiss. Please kiss. Necking, pecking, smushing, and over. Do it in marriage. It is approved. It is acceptable. It is right. When you do it outside of marriage is when it's a sin. So in marriage, do all these things. And you can rekindle it. And of course, there's no way you want to touch your husband or touch your wife and that the body will not move. In our body, we have 5 million sensors. I have 2 million on the palm. And so when you rub your husband, you rub the body, you rub the face and all that, you identify the G-spots and all that, as a woman, of course, you're good to go. You can rekindle your sexual chemistry. Rekindle it. What you don't do before, please do. Make sure that both of you enjoy your sexual interaction together. It's very important, so please do that. And of course, you have a great way of affirming your love, for your partners also to understand that, what, I still love, I'm still in love with you. No other person, nobody else except you. And so that's also very important. Physical affection set a stage for sexual touch. It's a stage, it's sexy, because once you start doing that, of course, foreplays and all that, there's no way, both of you will not focus on the pleasure and you enjoy what you're doing. It's very important. And so you need to do that. Another thing that will help is that change your pattern of initiating sex. Similar to what I've just mentioned. Change your pattern of initiating sex. Don't wait until your husband asks for sex. You as a woman can actually invite your husband to bed. And I know men likes it. Men, are you there? Men, are you there? Men, once you invite your husband to bed, they love it, they respect it, they love you the more. And so if the man comes to the house and say, you know what, today, can you just meet me up? I'm ready for you. They're excited, they're happy. So please, develop a new way of initiating sex, and please change your sex pattern. You can never be missionary style all the time. There are so many other styles out there that can give to your husband. So please, when you do that, there's something they're looking for outside. They will stay back. All these side chicks, what do? It's not because they have 3 heads, they have 3 breasts, they have 3. No! It's just because of this little effort that they put in there that you are not putting as a woman. That's why the men go out. That's why they go out. I know, even though you say adultery is a sin, yes, keep your home. Keep your home as well. You also have a role to play. Because if you don't give that man good sex, he will look for it elsewhere. And so keep your home. Bring that passion back to your bedroom. Initiate good sex. Be the one who invites your husband to bed. Make your bedroom sweet and beautiful. Use satin sheets, and decorate your room. Make it look neat. Don't pile up, clothes everywhere. Don't let your bedroom be, a business place. You have everything, all your work instruments and all that also there. No, your bedroom is your bedroom. Make it romantic and beautiful and loving. And you bring that passion back. It's very important. And there's no everybody responds to love. Your wife, your husband will respond to love once you do that. And like I said, of course, separate sexual intimacy from routine. Please. Sexual intimacy, separate it from routine. Your routine is you wake up in the morning, you tidy up the house, you take the children to school, you do all. Please don't bring sexual intimacy into your routine. Sexual intimacy is there, and give it what it takes. Don't say, I'm tired. Oh, I'm taking the children. So wait, tomorrow we'll do it. We have to bring timetable on Monday, on Tuesdays when I'm ready. Your body does not belong to you alone. Once you're married, the mathematics of God is 1 + 1 is 1. Not 1 + 1 is 2. So you are one. And so when your husband is ready, when your wife is ready, please give it to her. Give it to him. So separate it from your routine. Don't put sexual intimacy into your routine thing. Don't say, on Monday, on Tuesday. Please, when your body wants it, when you want it, please give it to your husband. And of course, there's certain things you need to know about yourself, both husband and wife. You know your husband, frailties and strengths and weaknesses. You know where some men love sex. Some women love sex. They want to enjoy it. Please, can you please understand yourself and work together to ensure that you bring this passion back in your marriage? It's very important. It's very important. Please, talking too much, don't talk too much about house chores. Don't talk too much about housework. Don't talk too much about the money you need to do this, to do that. When your husband wants you. When your husband wants you or your wife wants you, at that time you're for sexual intimacy, not for the problem in the house. He doesn't want to discuss the problem at that moment. He doesn't want to discuss the school fees the children will pay at that moment. He doesn't want to discuss, or she doesn't want to discuss about. He or she just wants you at that moment for himself or for herself alone. So please don't bring your routine into a sexual intimacy. It is not good at all. Another thing you need to do, affectionately, touch yourself. Affectionate touch. Touch yourself. Rubbing on the shoulder, just patting on the back, just on the cheek, or a peck here, a peck there, or on the lips when you're going to the office. Honestly, all these things, brings up. As simple as they look, as simple as it sounds, it brings passion, it brings love back. It rekindles our love back. Because it gives assurance. It gives a woman or a man feelings, oh no, he's still there for me, she's still there for me. So please touch yourself. Don't be a woman that a man will touch and say, the children are here. They know your husband and wife. I'm not saying you should do some things in front of your children. But the truth of the matter is, when you're watching television, your husband puts the hand on your lap, please don't take it away. Please. I've seen couples, they've talked about it, and it's really an issue in their marriage. And honestly, I'm thinking, what's wrong in a man placing his hand on your leg, on your thigh, while watching television? So please, all these little things, hold your hands, hug together, hug yourself, kiss yourself, and all that. I've mentioned it is very important. And also, of course, I've said you should vary your style of sex. I've said it, vary it. Do a lot of styles. If you don't know it, learn it. Seek counsel. Try new things. Having, gentle, loving, tender, intimate, highly erotic sex. Very erotic. Identify each other's G-spots. Speak nicely to yourself. Talk good about yourself. Affirm yourself. Oh, if your husband dresses, this is God. Be the first to affirm. Be the first to appreciate. If your wife dresses, acknowledge that your hair is beautiful. I love your eyes. You're still the same woman I'm married. Little things like that add, to the marriage. I can rekindle passion back into a marriage. It gives reassurance, it gives hope and all that. So it's something you need to do. Then carve out time for a romantic getaway. Let me ask you, how many of us have been doing this? Some of us, once you marry, it has to be inside the house all the years. No, always plan. It might not be that expensive. You just need to get to know where to go to and how to do. You can actually intentionally save towards your romantic getaway. It could be weekend, it could be monthly, it could be twice, 4 times in a year. It depends on what you're capable of doing. But please always consider that where your children will not be, it is just you and your husband alone, or you and your wife alone. Carve out time, create time for romantic getaway. And when you're together, of course, you discuss issues around you, things that you think has been a burden, and you can actually, while you're there, and it's a romantic getaway, you're full of romances. Make things happen. Work with yourself, talk to yourself, hug yourself, do things that you're not done, that you can't do in the house with yourself, and just enjoy the moment. And when you're doing that, I'm sure a lot of things will come out. You can forgive yourself and just talk about your issues, and you understand. It makes you are bond together again. A lot of couples are just trying to blend. They are not bonded at all. Wearing same clothes is not bonding together. For instance, I don't like wearing and co. That's wearing the same clothes with my husband. I don't like it, and he doesn't like it either. And so that makes the two of us. But see, I've come to realize that wearing the same and co, going to anywhere, church or everywhere, the same, wear the same and co, the same clothes as Shobi, or the same asho, the same clothes and all that, doesn't mean that you are bonded. You're just trying to blend. And I know a lot of couples are just trying to blend outside to say, oh, they're husband and wife. No, but inside they're actually a tiger and a tigress. So, but you need to bond together, and it's only love that can bind us together. And so when you rekindle that passion and that love, of course, your home is beautiful, and you can actually bond together. It's so loving. Like I said, everybody responds to love, and you will enjoy your marriage again. It will become so new. You understand yourself again. And another thing I want to say is, make sex your priority, make communication your priority, make trust your priority, make sure that you take care of your home, make sure that you're not full of bitterness, because another thing that actually leads to our marriage and love being dying, or why we want to rekindle, is the fact that a lot of times we work in bitterness, we work in unforgiveness. And let me say something, I've never seen anybody who work in unforgiveness and bitterness that makes a good home. That's the truth. Working in unforgiveness is cancerous, because it's hitting you deep. And this is a man and a woman, or a woman that you see on a daily basis. And so when that woman is coming in, you are sad, you're not happy. It kills faster than any even disease. So please let go completely. Work in advanced forgiveness. If your husband or your wife offends you, please let's learn to forgive ourselves. Don't forget that. Of course, there's no way the two of us will sleep together and our legs will not touch. Another thing I want to say is that at the time that you want to rekindle your passion, but please do not separate your home. It is the standard for husband and wife to be together in the room. And even when you have issues or maybe conflicts and all that, because you're sleeping together on the bed, don't make your bed, football pitch. Small bed, so that at least by the time you turn, your body is touching it. By the time it turns, your body is touching each other. It is very nice. It's good. It works well. And so please, when you do all these things, there's no way passion will not come back. There's no way love will not come back. We all need to just show love to ourselves. But little things we do, buy gifts for your husband, buy gifts for your wife, as little as that, affirm, talk nicely about your husband, talk nicely about your wife. Do not ever compare your husband to another person. Comparison kills marriage and destroys completely. Please do not ever compare your husband with somebody else. Your husband is not another person. Your husband is your husband. And God has given you that man. God has given you that woman because you know the two of you can be together. We can actually make it work. We can make it happen. Love can come back together. We can actually find that love to flame again by the things we do. We can actually love again and just be as if, wow, what happened? Are we just meeting? We need to work. Marriage, in our marriage, we need to labor. We need to put time. We need to put effort. We need to put love, because everybody responds to love. And by the time you do this, you realize that, honestly, your marriage is back, and you realize that you are actually rekindled the passion back, into your marriage. I hope I've been able to say one or two things, and I pray for you that your marriage will be beautiful. Every area of your marriage that is dead, because we just concluded Easter, by the resurrection power of God, I speak life into your home. I speak life into that marriage. I speak life into that home. The sweetness of heaven will be over that marriage. The Lord will make your house beautiful again as you let go and let God take over your house and leave your heart and just free your heart and say, Lord, this is my husband, and so shall it be. God bless you. I appreciate you for watching. God bless you, and bye for now. Thank you.